everyone. I hope you had a great Christmas with your family and loved ones. I hope it was full of laughter and joy. After all, joy is not just a suggestion, it is our battle plan. Now for this video, let's get right to it. Today, I am announcing my candidacy for the 2024 Republican nomination to represent Colorado's 4th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. President Trump, when he was in office, he underwent testing for his cognitive dissonance, for his ability to function as President of the United States. And now he's saying Republicans want to cut it. None of us have said that. I certainly have not said that. And, you know, when it comes to Medicaid, you know, there's certainly talk of work requirements for Medicaid. I'm for that all the way. There's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse that is tied to that. But, you know, in some Democrats that I talk to, they want to take Social Security even further and give that to stay-at-home moms, people who are not paying into the system. And they say, you know, this is a job and they deserve Social Security. And it's like, well, wait a second. That's already something that's pretty much going bankrupt. You know, we have to, you know, be very cautious with this, and they just want even more.
And I want all of the news to start asking the question, what is the crime? Because everyone in this court has not been informed of what the crime is. The defendant does not know the crime that was committed.
You know, crime in Venezuela sure is going down, and that's because they are all coming through our wide open borders. Criminal, illegal aliens coming through and voting.
Cameron, you gonna see the encampment? This way.
Watch out.
No, that's Comer. Sorry.
How's impeachment going, Comer? Folks, I'm going this direction right here, please. Good photo op, Comer!
Hey, Rep. Boebert, why did you stand against the anti-Semitism push last year? Why did you stand against President Biden's anti-Semitism push last year? Rep. Boebert, why did you stand against Biden's anti-Semitism push last year?
He doesn't think he's the president, that's why.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
It's currently almost 2 a.m. here on the House floor. Most Americans are asleep. In China, they're finishing up with lunch, and after the videos we've seen this week, it's possible that Hunter Biden's on to his second fix for the night. But sadly, we're here on the floor. We are sacrificing, you are sacrificing American families at the altar of climate change. And it does the exact opposite of what Americans need right now. This is just another con game by the Democrats, calling something one thing and saying another.
Has expired.
This is making the IRS, which
Gentlewoman's time has expired.
The Pentagon, the State Department,
gentlewoman is
the
no
FBI,
longer recognized. The gentleman from Missouri reserves the ballot.
Mr. Speaker,
robbery on Americans.
how much time do you need?
The gentlewoman is no longer recognized. Her time has expired.
We're investing in America. We're investing in Americans, and it's working. Since I took office, my Investing in America agenda has led to manufacturing boom that's attracted over $600 billion. $600 billion in private investment from private companies in America and around the world, manufacturing and industries of the future. When I took office, we set a goal to produce 100% carbon-free electricity by 2035. And because of my commitment to clean energy future, Made in America clean energy companies started investing here in Colorado. Here in Colorado, CS Wind, a Korean company, makes towers and wind turbines. I know you all know it, but people seeing this on television may not be certain. They used to make all their wind towers abroad. Then they decided to make them here in America as well. And today, CS Wind factory in Colorado is the largest wind tower manufacturer in the entire world. With over 870 employees. It's simple. As I've said for a long time, when I think climate, and I mean this sincerely, I think jobs. That's what climate's about. Not only saving lives and saving the environment, but jobs.
President Trump, when he was in office, he underwent testing for his cognitive dissonance, for his ability to function as President of the United States, as the Commander-in-Chief. And unfortunately, I haven't seen Joe Biden even read a teleprompter properly.
Lauren Boebert is a disgrace to this country, not because of the video. You are 100% right. Forget the politics. She's in a titty dress. If you saw the video, she's in a titty dress. She's with some dude. Looks like she's, obviously vaping, but also looks like she might be grabbing his penis during Beetlejuice. And he's playing with her tits.
Is Beetlejuice a sexy play?
It's a very erotic play, evidently. I remember the movie. It was nothing sexy about it.
You didn't grab anybody during the movie.
I guess the play is much hotter. But she was wearing a tight titty dress. I've seen porn stars wear more. And this dude that she's with is playing with her titties during it. They're having a party. And I mean, take away the politics. Jesus Christ. She's fun. I mean, I'd like to be at a play.
Do you want your Congress people to be fun or serious?
No, you're mixing. If you want me to talk about her as a congressperson, first of all, she's a liar. She was denying that she vaped, didn't even know what vaping was. But then when they found the video, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, what is with that?
I'm falling short of my own standards.
Oh, yeah. Someone told me I don't know if this is true. Someone told me she's already a grandmother. She's like 36, but her kid already had like a kid already. And is that true, or am I reading the wrong?
I don't know anything else about her except, like she loves shows, live shows.
No, you're correct. I think she had to drop out of high school because she was pregnant.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I think she barely won the election. I mean, I don't know what's going on in Colorado. What are they, just got dumb people in Colorado? How do you elect someone like her?
They're all high, too. Come on. Colorado is the first state that legalized marijuana.
Isn't she the one who's screaming about drag queens all the time and they're immoral? Yeah. And isn't she a big morality person? I mean,
she doesn't want people.
She doesn't want you to.
Sorry, Robin.
Go ahead.
No, just she doesn't want you exposing children to sexuality. But what she means is homosexuality. She doesn't mean sexuality. Right. She's okay with you seeing heterosexuality, just not gay people. And that's what I take issue with too. Is I don't do sexual stuff in front of my kids.
And how embarrassing! Like she's at a play of Beetlejuice, and she's the annoying. Like this is a woman who's a congresswoman. She's the annoying person. There was some pregnant woman behind her, if you watch the video, who's saying, I think she's saying to her, can you please stop vaping? I don't want to breathe that shit in. And I guess, judging from the video, I hope I have the story right, they had to escort her out of a play because she can't act appropriately in a play. I mean...
Well, she can't act appropriately anywhere.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, how did she win an election? How does a woman like that win an election? I mean... there's certain standards of like, don't lie. I mean, once you get caught lying like that, goodbye. But no one resigns.
Not anymore. No, not anymore. You don't have to leave. You just stay there and weather the storm. whatever
But I
storm
got to
there
admit,
may be.
when I watch that tape, I go, God, she must be so much fun to fuck. Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's a hot girlfriend, but, do we need her in Congress?
Did you notice that when he reached over...
We need her in a
her
strip
boob?
club, and we need her to give lap dances, and we need her to play with guys' dicks through their
Are those
pants.
real, Howard? Are those real breasts?
I don't know. Listen, that I can't answer. I am, I examined the
you cannot
tape.
confirm or deny.
Those dresses are tricky. Those dresses really make them look perfect, so it's hard to tell if it's the dress or if they really are like that. She was born with them. It's pretty impressive if she was.
She's my kind of gal. But
did you notice, though, when he reached...
You all are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable.
So our employees are working whether they are in the office or at home, and they are...
Are you monitoring the work that they are doing from home on a regular basis?
Yes, we are.
Every employee, do you have the numbers of the hours that are submitted? Are you counting how many times they're logging into their computers and responding to casework?
So our employees are subject to the same performance management processes and oversight they are whether they're teleworking or working in an office. And we have systems in place that our managers use to schedule, assign, and track workloads. And that includes individual employee workloads in many cases. So real-time understanding of what actions are being processed at any particular given time. Additionally, our employees are required to be accessible to their supervisors, clients, colleagues, and external parties during work hours via a variety of means, including instant messaging, video platforms, and telephone. They are connected to the workplace, whether they are in the office or at the home.
Then why is the backlogs for Social Security applicants increased from 41,000 to 107,000?
Because we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're underfunded. You're funded at the Nancy Pelosi levels. At the Democrat levels, we just continued that same funding.
So I would say
at pandemic level spending.
So I would say we'd have an increase of over 8 million beneficiaries over the last 10 years. At the same time, we experienced our lowest work staffing levels at the end of FY22. That's a math problem. I mean, that is a problem. If you have those workloads increasing and you don't have the staff to take care of those workloads, you're going to have the backlogs that you're talking about, Representative.
Well, I would love to see day. Crime in Venezuela sure is going down, and that's because they are all coming through our wide open borders. Criminal, illegal aliens coming through and voting. Done wasting time. Steve, I have 4 boys at home. I have a grandson at home. I would love to spend more time with them. I have put my life on hold to come here and provide results for the American people, to hold this administration accountable, to deliver on the promises that I made, to govern on behalf of my constituents and millions of Americans throughout the country. I am not here for the political show, the political theater, as Matt Gaetz calls it, the failure theater of Congress. I'm done wasting time. Steve, I have 4 boys at home. I have a grandson.
Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's recent performance of sorts that got her thrown out of the theater in Denver was a lot of things, but it wasn't a surprise. I haven't seen a single person say why I am shocked that Lauren Boebert was rude, disruptive, and belligerent. This is, after all, the Congresswoman who suggested that a Muslim colleague was a suicide bomber. I haven't seen anyone surprised that Boebert did not tell the truth about what happened, because, days before, we just fact-checked her latest false claim about migrants. I haven't seen anyone say that it was out of character for the Congresswoman to appear to berate theater staff members who were just trying to do their jobs. Really, the only surprise in all of this is that Boebert, once she got caught, apologized and said that she didn't live up to her values. What? When Boebert didn't know that the cameras were watching, she was exactly who she is when she does know people are watching. Boebert reportedly asked the theater staff, "Don't you know who I am?" Yes, we do.
I believe that $62.5 million was given to this agency in the Inflation Reduction Act, which was passed into law. Any bill that is out there that rescinds that money has not been signed. Therefore, it's still there. I'm simply saying take the $3.75 million, which is our duty as a member of Congress to have oversight, especially over an agency that was never authorized by Congress. I don't care which administration it is. Wrong is wrong. This agency is not authorized by this body. Therefore, I'm asking for the funds to be moved over to the national parks for deferred maintenance. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I do yield back.
When I first got to Congress, I was sitting in the House floor with Congressman Gates. And he said, what are some top issues for you there in Colorado? And I said, well, gosh, I guess at a state level, they just brought wolves into my district. we delisted these suckers, and now they're bringing them in. And he's like, oh, Boebert, the wolves, they're so cute. The pups, they're so, what are you going to, you're going to go in their den with your Glock and get us a baby? Make a little hat?
It has not been an exciting and productive year for Republicans being in the House majority.
And it does the exact opposite of what Americans need right now.
The historic investments we're celebrating today is in Congressman Boebert's district. She's one of the leaders of this extreme mega movement. She, along with every single Republican colleague, voted against the law that made these investments in jobs possible. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. And then she voted to repeal key parts of this law. And she called this law a massive failure. You all know you're part of a massive failure? Tell that to the 850 Colorados that get new jobs in Pueblo and see us win thanks to this law. Tell that to the local economy that's going to benefit from these investments. Tell that to anyone who wants to listen.
And I ask the gentlelady to yield for a question.
The gentleman's recognized. It's not my time.
I ask you to yield.
I have reserved. You're free to speak.
Yes, I'm asking if you'll yield for a question.
Sure. Ask your question.
What funds in this bill are used for the purposes you are opposed to?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear the gentleman. I was getting clarification. This is precautionary.
Precautionary for what? I'm asking.
There are sanctuary city policies.
Yes, I understand. I understand what
that are in place that are allowing the refuge of illegal aliens in these cities, and there is an influx in crime and drugs.
I understand
in these cities, and there's no way for these folks to even report what is taking place because they are protected under this fake policy that has been created that is subduing the actual rule of law that we have in the Constitution of the United States.
Funds, right? I understand that. But what you've said is none of the funds in this bill can be spent for that objective.
And that is precautionary.
What funds are in this bill to be spent for that objective?
I have seen this administration use all sorts of funds to protect illegal aliens. And this
reclaiming my time, Ms.
to
Boebert.
ensure that it will not be.
Reclaiming my time. There are no funds in this bill to do that. So this is just an opportunity for you to stand and perhaps speak about an important subject. I understand that, but there are no funds in this bill to accomplish that objective. You don't believe the chairman would put funds in to accomplish that objective, do you?
Members are reminded of House decorum.
And you know, there's something special about rural conservative communities. They value life. If you look at teen pregnancy rates throughout the nation, well, they're the same in rural and urban areas. However, abortion rates are higher in urban areas, and teen mom rates are higher in rural conservative areas, because we understand the preciousness of the life that is about to be born.
The microphone is not live. Do I investigate?
Lauren, I'm the judge. Can I get your autograph?